On this episode of Game Shack, Arcade1up announces NBA JAM Deluxe. If that don't get your heart racing, I don't know what will. All right, let's talk all about it. Coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome on back into the Game Shack. I am your host, JDV. Thanks for stopping by. If you dig this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up on the way out the door. You guys are this channel's sponsor. So let's talk a little bit about the cab specifically, then I'll jump into like what this means bigger picture. Essentially, it is just a deluxeified version of the original cab. You're going to get 17-inch screen, you're going to get Wi-Fi, you're going to get the ability to play people online, although nobody does, so how much that's worth, I don't know. It does have a lit marquee. It does have a coin door, but on the very plain front, it's not a very good looking cab. The coin door isn't lit up. And of course it has no riser. I suppose it looks better than either the XL version, which is bigger in terms of its size and has a bigger monitor, and the initial release of this cab, which was very like the 4.5 foot tall type variety. This one's going to be a little over 5 foot tall. So it's a nice looking cab, I suppose, if you're into the NBA. I don't know, that huge empty black space in the front of the cab, I think an intern could have designed this cab, but I guess if you're into the NBA, this probably floats your boat okay, except if you are, you probably already have one of the two previous versions of this cab, and that's where the problems really start to leak in. And that's because while arguably people did want and still do want that Star Wars cab, why people are still going to buy that legacy cab for Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man, I'm still interested in getting those cabs. Nobody has an interest in this NBA JAM cab. Nobody cares about it. It does not do anything for anybody. You can't see NBA JAM, this new variety, being anything close to its asking price. $250, $300, I could see it, but no. And I think they know that too. I mean, what you're clearly seeing in the year 2023 is retread mania. And it's a bad sign in a year that we just saw iArcade go out of business. Now you can say, and I have said this, yeah, but they did do so much in the previous 2 years that you can give them a break and have them take a breath, which I agree. And of course, we still have almost a half a year left, so presumably we're going to see a whole bunch of announcements coming here at the end of July or into August. And I hope that's the case, because right now this is very underwhelming from Arcade1up. It's very much a treading water type year, at least up to now. And given the fact that iArcade has gone kind of off the board, and I think everybody who's interested in these cabinets kind of feels like, okay, we kind of maxed out and now we're kind of receding a little bit. Those are all really bad things if you're Arcade1up. We almost have to punish Arcade1up from now on when they put out a 4-player game that is 19 inches wide and has a 17-inch screen. That's not good enough anymore. It's just not good enough. It was probably good enough 4 or 5 years ago because of the novelty and everything, but you have at games that already is beating you in terms of a 4-player game or a game that's that wide, and they're getting ready to really stomp you down at the end of the year when they come out with these 4K models, and I guarantee you the 4-player experience on those is going to devastate and crush anything that Arcade1up has. So to see this I know I'm talking about this a lot, but to see this cab so blandly designed with no effort put in it whatsoever in terms of upgrade, in terms of playability, or hey, give us a 2-screen when we have 2 players over here or 2 players over there. Then I could see the 649. I mean, do something different. It's not arcade real. We know it's not arcade real, so give us something that's fun, something that pushes the ball forward. And this does not do it. I'm way more depressed or unimpressed with this release announcement than I was with the Casino Cade, because at least the Casino Cade had 2 screens. At least it has a touch screen. It's a new game. It's IPs that they haven't had before. It's other style of games that they haven't had before. It wasn't just simply a retread. And this NBA JAM is the most boring, blandest retread of anything that they have put out, maybe ever in the entire existence of their company. In trying economic times, for the price tag that they're asking, this is simply I don't know what's going on at Arcade1up. It really does make me feel concerned. I hope that they're going to be coming out with some announcements in the next couple of months that are simply amazing. That would make me understand why this was so bland and no one had time for NBA Jams, because nobody had time for NBA Jam because we're working on Area 51 or House of the Dead or something that's going to just blow you away in November. Okay, I might feel different about what I'm saying right now if that happens, but right now I'm kind of getting the feeling that Arcade1up really shrunk down any kind of sense of adventurism at all. They don't want to take any kind of chances, and we're seeing that now in these retreads. I'd much rather have the Deluxe Pac-Man or Mortal Kombat, because at least those are actually new design cabs. They are physically different. The only thing that is different about this NBA Jam cab is the fact that it doesn't have a riser. It's got a really bland, unlit coin door. Not good enough, Arcade1up. At least that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Am I overreacting to this? Is this, no, well, like it's time for a refresh and this refresh is good enough? Or no, you're not interested at all, and what the heck are they doing? All right, so that's going to wrap up this episode. Next episode is I'm going to give you some tips on buying a real pinball machine, which is why I'm over here right now. So check that out. Check out some of my other videos up there. Love each other, and until next time, see you guys in the Game Shack. Mwah!
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much more.